Hey guys, this is Z with a video on winter annual flowers. An annual plant is a plant that completes its life cycle in one growing season. Of course, the length of the life cycle will vary according to the geographical area. There are two main types of annual plants, winter annual and summer annual plants. We'll be covering the summer annuals in some other video. So today we'll be talking about winter annuals and the type of plant that comes with it. Generally, winter annuals are those that grow and bloom during the cold season. The seeds germinate around autumn and the whole life cycle goes till spring. Here are some of the winter annuals that you can grow this year. The first one is antirrhinum or snapdragon. Antirrhinum is commonly called dragonflower or snapdragon because it resembles like the face of a dragon. They are native to Europe, United States, and North Africa. In colder climates, it is usually planted in spring, but in mild climates, they are planted from September to late winters. They require full or partial sunlight. They require well-drained soil, preferably sandy loam, and slight acidic. Regular irrigation is required. Keep the soil slightly damp. In regards to fertilizers, you can use compost, liquid fertilizers, and horn shavings. If you decide on using NPKs, I would recommend equal distribution of 10 each. A thumb rule for fertilization of snapdragon that you should know is 2 to 3 pounds of fertilizers per 100 square foot area. Fertilize your snapdragon every 2 weeks for 3 months, and after that another 2 months monthly. The next one is called alyssum. Alyssum or sweet alyssum is a plant that can grow from 5 to 30 centimeters tall. It requires full to partial sunlight. It requires well-drained soil. While planting, remember not to cover the seeds as sunlight will aid in germination. As for fertilizers, 10 each of NPK is recommended once every 2 months. Also, remember not to fertilize during winters as it won't be using any. The next flower is called calendula or pot marigold. Calendula usually grows around 12 to 24 inches tall and 2 to 3 inches in diameter. The planting time would be October to November. Cool and dry weather would be best for calendula. It requires well-drained sandy loam soil. As regards to irrigation, 1 to 1.5 inches of water once per week would be sufficient, as these plants can tolerate low water conditions. Avoid overhead watering method because it promotes powdery mildew. With regards to fertilizers, you can use MPs, MAPs, but would not require if you have planted in good quality soil. The next one is called aster. Asters are native to Asia with a huge number of species that grow up to 3 feet. Provide asters with full to partial sun, but remember to plant asters in area that avoid the hot midday sun. Water aster plant twice per week during spring and summer. Reduce the watering to once every week during fall and once every 2 weeks in winter. With regards to fertilizers, apply 10 each of NPK once a month. Remember to water around the asters before and after the application of fertilizers. Asters can be planted from any time during spring to fall, but avoid planting it during the heat of summer. Next one is called petunia. Seeds are planted from late winter to summer, and seedlings are available from late winter. One thing to keep in mind is petunias are sensitive to frost, so avoid planting them in garden until the frost has passed. They require well-drained soil. With regards to watering, too much water will cause the plant to become leggy with lots of stem and few flowers. A balanced fertilization of 10 each of NPK would be required. You can also use liquid fertilizers, but compost tea can also be used in place of water-soluble fertilizers. Next plant is called salvia. Salvia can be planted by seeds outdoors when all the dangers of frost has passed in the spring. Salvias do good in full sunlight and well-drained soil. In partial shade, the flowering would be reduced. For fertilization, use a well balance of 20 to 30 NPK. A slow release of fertilizer is ideal for acidic plant. Water them if rainfall is less, but they do not require excessive summer irrigation. The next flower is called pansy. The planting time would be late winter after the frost has passed. It requires rich, well-drained soil, full to partial sunlight. The ideal temperature would be around 40 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. For irrigation, 1 inch water every week during summer and spring. As for fertilization, use 5-10-5 of granular fertilizers. Be wary of using high dosage of nitrogen because it would promote rot. The next plant is called dianthus. It's best to plant dianthus early in spring. It requires well-drained loamy soil. The mature plant grows up to 3 feet tall. They require weekly watering and full sunlight. With regards to fertilizers, they do not require much as they are light feeders. Usage of compost once a year would be sufficient. While planting any of these flowers, you can use the following tip or ideas. You can use dried eggshells as it contains calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium. You can use tea leaves or tea bags as they increase nutrient levels. Mustard oil cake is very rich in protein and also it prevents many diseases. Also, it's a good practice to check the soil and plant regularly for any water and nutrient deficiencies. Also to control diseases and pests. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video and subscribe for more.